5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
Hello, people. How are you? And happy Friday. Man, not seeing everybody last Friday really was a bummer. And thank you for everybody who sent such kind words of encouragement when I was feeling crappy. And on the more important notice, thank you, really, everyone, completely from the bottom of my heart for all the kind words regarding my cat passing away. I know some of you out there probably think people are silly about their animals, but I'm not one of them. And I truly miss the cat and really made our house pretty sad for the past week or so. Still feel that way, but our other cat's hanging in there, and we'll get another one so you can have a friend soon, and we'll move on with life. Just one of the worst things that can happen, and I know a lot of the people who watch the show are pet owners and really great people. I have a lot of really wonderful people who watch the show. And I appreciate for all your kind words. Cooper was a great cat and made my day always bright, and my memories of him will keep me there. And so onward and upward, and away from my personal travails and so forth. Here's some of the stuff that we have to deal with. They're saying that this is going to be a bumper year for hurricanes down in Florida, which I'm presently looking at some stuff down there. So thinking about the hurricanes is the one thing I really will miss once I leave here. And it's not that New Jersey that we don't get hurricanes. There's an occasional tornado, but not very often, and nothing like the severity of Florida typically. Although we have had other occasions that were pretty bad. Yeah, so how about let's just talk a little bit about how our day started. Good morning. I see there's a couple of you wandering in. I hope you've had your coffee and, you're kind of chilling. And let me get back down here to where I can see what we want to say to people if they come on in. Comments. There we go. It's so weird. A week away, and I feel like, God, I'm not on autopilot yet. Okay. A few things. First off, last night, I mean, the biggest elephant in the room, I can't seem to find much on the news about it, is the fact there was over 100,000 people in New York City last night who were at the Trump rally. And whether you hate him or love him, I don't care. That's your prerogative either way. And I believe people should vote with their actions and their hand, and a lot less mouthing off and fighting with people you love over who you think is your preferred political deity, as I like to call these people. What's up with this shirt? Is it me, or did I button it like an idiot? I sure did. Wow, man, it's bad when you wake up in the morning and your clothes aren't even buttoned up right. You see what's going on? I'm telling you. So remember, we are Neve Public Radio, and we are not funded by any government agencies. We don't have any agenda. In fact, my agenda is really just to wake up some brainwave activity in you and talk and think without screaming at each other or having to call each other some really horrendous names. And I get it, people. We all think we know everything about politics. We think we know everything. The Dunning-Kruger effect is alive and well in all of us, including myself. We all have our biases. We all have our things we agree with. We have the things that we disagree with. And one of the more important things is, what is your real emotional makeup? Not about what your political makeup is. It is, how do you treat problems? How do you treat society's problems? What do you think should be done? it's just one of those things that part of life, you know. And a lot of people I know, I'm 62, and in my life, a lot of people I've known have been very liberal or very conservative to the point where you just, it's like wearing a hair shirt. And then you have people in the middle who are just decent people. And you got people who really don't pay attention to politics except for every 4 years, and they just notice things are either going up or down. And that's been part of life forever. The older you get, it's natural that you will get more conservative or see things in different ways. And the younger you are, if you don't have any soul, you're not going to, you know. When I was young, I had stars in my eyes, and even at 62 years old, I still get excited about watching the planets align, which I believe is going to happen tonight. If you look to the north, you should see a row of those planets all in a row. And I'll try and get some video after the next break. As far as news, I'm going to go through this. Um, this is just absurd, and I'd say it if it was the Republicans. Food inflation fears rekindled as crop index erases 2024 loss. No matter what you do, no matter who's the president, things go up and down in price. And food is ridiculously expensive. We are getting gouged. The people on the left who say we're getting gouged, we are. And there's people on the right who say no, we're not. They sometimes have conspiratorialist inclinations. There's all kinds of different things people find to amuse themselves. And I'm not going to pick on anybody. We're all just human. We're here. We see the issues the way we see them. We see people as we see them. But I'm just going to tell you all this. Don't think of groups of people. Like when you think of Democrats, if you're a Republican and you sit there and do nothing but call them snowflakes and dumb fucks and all the other things people will call them, that's not opening a conversation. It's going to have anything that can do to fix anything. Because when somebody calls up and they just immediately start questioning your motive for everything, whether they're right or left, nobody likes to be challenged to that level. We've stopped giving the benefit of the doubt to people politically who are different than us. That doesn't mean all Democrats are great people or that all Republicans, and I can't say that. I think everybody tries to believe this common fiction that just because you're right or left, you're going to be a great person or do great things for the country, and that's bullshit. Politicians are mostly a bunch of thieves and grifters, and they can't do anything professional, so they go and they steal from the country. I mean, I'm sorry, look at how long Nancy Pelosi, President Biden, look at all these people, and then the Republican side, same thing. You know, you had all these hacks. You know, some of those people really were awful. They're awful people, and there's some really awful people in the Democratic Party too who lie all the time. So I know you got your preferred political deity, and just go out and bang in the doors and bang on pots and do your best to get them elected. But don't fuck around and start all this crap where both parties, it's just such hysteria 24/7. It makes you crazy and stupid to boot because you're not getting the true news from our news media. They abrogated all news coverage, went from being news coverage to being editorial 24/7. Hence, we have people out there who will question me if I talk politics with them, but yet their only sources for information are Jon Stewart or that other boob that Core whatever his name was, the guy who acted like a Republican. He's a great satirist. I liked him. The guy's funny as shit. I wish I had his gig, but he's still an asshole. He's highly partisan, and people who think that's news, they've not been educated enough to even know what real news is. If people, and I've seen people asking, who's the vice president right now? And they can't come up with it. At Harvard. All these dumbasses out there breaking laws and punishing innocent Jewish people for having a keppeh. That's not the American way, chasing Jews through the streets. That's a bunch of shit, in fact. I don't know how to say it any other way. It's not American. Chasing people in echoes of Berlin in the 30s? What in the hell is going on? Nobody should be tolerating that. And just because you think Palestinians are being genocided doesn't mean that's really what's happening. Yes, they are being killed, and and it is a terrible mess. It is also a mess, regardless of who started it, when, where it's going. The only way to get to peace is sit down and talk to people and make a deal that sticks. And it's not been happening. Every president since I've been born has tried to solve the Israeli two-state solution. The Palestinian people have chosen war repeatedly, and repeatedly. And then they start another war, and now everybody's supposed to call something a genocide because their college teacher or Bill Maher or somebody. Actually, Bill Maher is changing. He's getting a little more normal. But all the Jon Stewart and all the other late night bozos, all those guys sit there and they act like they're credentialed political scientists. And they get up there and they have a huge audience, and it's just a big clusterfuck because you got people, organizations that pro right, pro left. The news was supposed to be the fourth estate. It's supposed to be the fourth branch of government, and it's been absolute bullshit for years. Because whatever I see, I'll tell you this, people, whoever's giving you the news, and whether you're Democrat or Republican, you should be able to trust these people. And if you can't trust them, you can't trust what you're being told. You can't trust the decisions you make, the reasoning that you use to decide on very complex issues. And they're smart. Politicians want to dumb down issues so the Republicans can say, healthcare never works. Oh, we got to get rid of Obamacare. Well, the problem with our country is so many people on the right and left get a fucking fit over the really important things like our healthcare. I lost my healthcare when Obamacare started. Got it back. There are people it helped. Bottom line, and I can't stand most of the things that President Obama did. A lot of things I don't like. I'm sorry. If you don't like me, I don't care. I have my right to my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to share it. I'm not going to beat you up or defriend you because you don't agree with things I say. Unless you just get in my face and want to start screaming ad hominem, I welcome it. I truly, I'm not an argumentative person. I'm not dogmatic for the right or the left at all. I call it the way I see it. And I have a few friends of mine who are extremely partisan on both sides. They pray for they pray that I don't have the perdition. My right friends are like, oh my God, is he turning communist? Which anybody who knows me and has known me for the past 60 years know I am the most anti-communist son of a bitch on the planet. Hence why right now I'm pissed off, because when kids are out here trying to conflate the Holocaust and call Palestine a genocide, it is a horrible and sick, disgusting war that's going on. However, it's not genocide. If you want to see what genocide is, look what Turkey did to Armenia. Okay? We're talking millions. They go 25,000 people. What would we have done in World War II? Would we have stopped fighting because we had to kill 25,000 German civilians? If they were bombing New Jersey and you lived here and our people were dying, and every night, and then all of a sudden they come over the border at night and kill innocent kids at a rave. Come on. The people who are out there pretending, these kind of folks, pretend that that doesn't happen, that the Palestinians are some wonderful people. All the queers for Palestine. Come on, people. I have nothing against gay people, queer people, whoever you are. Be yourself, be happy, and fucking live your life. Don't bludgeon us with the rest of us with your preferred choices. And my friend Jay, I appreciate you being here. I know you're going to be a big Trump supporter in the coming year, and I know you're one of those praying for my perdition, and you can just, if you get right into my head, you'll be able to clear everything up, James. I know you'll set me straight and on the Democratic path. And as far as I'll say, Jay, you don't have to say wow, man. You haven't changed since our high school days politically at all, not even once. You told me then 20 years ago, you told me you never voted for Republicans. So don't tell me you have an open mind, because you don't. And it's okay. I love you, man. How many times have we sat in a restaurant and fought and argued and gotten drunk and, annoyed each other over our politics? But I wouldn't defriend you for that. You could right here, right now, Neil Van Erdy is a fucking right-wing nutball conspiratorialist, and he's just out of his mind, and I don't know how stupid could he be? It's okay. Lots of people have called me stupid, first off. Lots of people who've called me stupid, I've shown maybe I wasn't as dumb as they thought. Other people who thought I was really smart, I've shown them that I can be a complete and utter moron. Again, it's the same thing with politics. Like, Jay, please, no feigned indignation. Just, pull it out. Convince our audience. I'm not here to insult you. I love you, man. And the fact that you differ from me. One thing I'll say, you're a principled man and you live by your principles. And I respect you, Crocker. I think you're totally wrong most of the time. But you feel the same way towards me. I have no doubt. Because I remember when the kerfluffle with the hanging chads, man, you and I sitting in Melbourne in a bar at 9 o'clock having arguments about, oh my God, Al Gore and the end of the world. It's life. Look, man, I love you. We're going to be back. We're not going to talk politics all day today. I'm really just here because, to tell you the truth, the past week was just the most horrendous shit of my life in a while, and it just takes it out of you. On top of that, I had some kind of god awful like stomach flu last week, which it hit me from Thursday until really I felt better on Tuesday. And yesterday was hump day, and I'm still feeling crappy about, the loss of my pet and all that crap. And when I turn on the news, I truly do get excited. And I have to do everything I can to remain stoic in the face of all the adversity and the crazy things that go on. But here's a quick story before we take a break. And I've got to laugh. There's some really funny. This is a story that just makes my day, and hope it makes yours as well. Town maddened by marauding monkeys plans to lock them up and send them away. A Thai town run ragged by its ever-growing population of marauding wild monkeys. Yes, wild marauding monkeys in a no-holds-barred tag team match, jumping over the rim ropes. Now that would be some UFC shit. How about it, people? I know I can be a promoter. Tell me, if those guys out there and gals who love wrestling, or say down in the South they'd say wrestling. I still don't understand wrestling, but I knew some wrestlers in Tampa, and I've always found it really amusing. I guess I'm just not wired, but I know a lot of people enjoy it. So I think adding rabies, no, not rabies. Let's say, I don't know, some kind of dull virus that makes the fighter, monkeypox. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't do that. Never mind. In the list of bad ideas, screwing around with the monkeys at the top of the list. That is no way to go through life, son. So here we go. If you are ugly and you need a photographer who can make you look beautiful, there is only one and only Nancy Kravis, and here she is. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching the Live with Neve show. Oh, we're not done yet, because if you buy an ad from it.
Hey everybody, this is Steve from Reach for the Sky, along with Jay from Reach for the Sky. And you're listening live with me.
Hi everybody, this is Donna Frost, and I'm live with Neve. See you soon.
Hello there, my name is Andreas Hellqvist, this is Daniel Olsson, and we're live with Neve and having
Hey there, Andreas.
There's some changes headed, like the Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown.
All right. So, as far as some things I just want to talk about now, change the topic and we'll move on from the political animal has left the building for a while. Of course, Jay, you're here, so if you feel like chiming in on anything, as always, if you're out there and you'd like to be on the Live with Neve show, we'd love to have you. If you're a rock and roll band, if you're a rap act, if you're a comic, if you're a talented artist, if you're a talented attorney like my friend Jay Crocker, if you're someone who has something to talk about, you want to talk about to the public and just get an idea, you want to do a poll, we'd love to talk to you. And I'm also going to say something right now about ISSA, the International Singer-Songwriter Association. Since that organization began and I joined it 3 years ago, I have met hundreds of amazingly talented musicians. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied. And I've made really great friends with a lot of them. And they've played I've become really great friends with them. So what I'm going to say right now is between now, it is today, it is Friday, March 24th. If you are a member of the International Singer-Songwriters Association, whether you've been on my show before, whether you've never been on it, whether you've wanted to be on it and it got lost in the shuffle, we will be giving time up until August 24th, which I believe is the show date. I'll correct that in the next update. And if you're part of a band, I will have you on. I will give you a segment. I will put up to 4 ISSA bands on per week from now until the date, and then I'll see everybody down in Atlanta. And the same thing goes with the Josie Awards. If you have been nominated, Gina and Sam Rourke, and I have so many friends that I know I can't say everybody's name, and I feel bad about that because as a member of ISSA, I'm a great believer in the mission and the people who run it, and the fact that they don't charge money of people. I see there's 6 of you lurking here. Tell me, where are you coming from? Where is everybody today? Pipe up and tell me where and what's going on. Is it daylight? Is it midnight? I am still at this point working with Carlton Wilkinson on his new record, and we got together and did a really nice little rehearsal of it. And this week, after the Memorial Day craziness, I'm going to be working hot and heavy on that next week. I've also been working on the new theme song for the show, and it's starting to come together nicely. We're tired. Goombie has given me an amazing jingle, which I will always have and we will use again. But it's time after 5 years. Can you believe that, people? It's 5 years, and I have millions because of all of your unique generosity. And can I tell you, life is good. All right. So this is the kind of stupid media. No, I'm not even going to get onto it. I'm going to leave the politics out. I had enough of it this morning, and I don't want to get Jay upset. It's a holiday weekend, Jay. All I hope you do is play great music and eat good food, hang with your lovely wife, and dig life. All right. And really, I see you guys out there. You're coming in. I see some of you are on Live with Neve on X, which is my newest platform, and I appreciate you stopping by because Facebook will be going away from the Live with Neve show at some point. We get censored a lot. I can't imagine why. And among the other problems I have with it is they every week flag my theme song, which I own in perpetuity to use for the show, from Goombie Ortiz, legendary percussionist of the Al Di Meola band, who I saw last Friday at the Keyswick in Philly. And man, all I can tell you, it was just freaking ridiculous. It kicked so much serious ass. It was the best. Rick, thanks for the hookup with the tickets and going, and a fine, enjoyable evening. We had some fairly entertaining moments. Toby Simmons, one of my favorite people. Toby Simmons, the girl from Wilshire Boulevard, is with us. It's so good to see you, Toby. You're up early. I know Petey must have been so glad to see you when you came home. For those of you don't know Toby, Toby is my best pal in LA, and she is a music doyenne of Los Angeles. And if it's going on, she knows who's doing it, where it's happening, and how to get in. And she's just been a great friend of mine. Seen her a couple times out in California, and we had a great time last time at the Immediate Families film premiere, which is just exceptional and fun. And I can't wait. I have not bought the new record yet, but I've heard all the songs a bunch of times, so it'll just be a matter of time before I pop that into my iTunes list. So what's going on with everybody? Wherever you're at, kind of tell us where you're at and what you're doing today. I pay attention to where you're watching from because traditionally Live with Neve has been the strongest on the Live with Neve feed, and it's not today. Today, X is leading the pack. People, watch the show on X. You really want to help me out? Watch my show on X. Subscribe to it. Like it. I'm not charging any money. And things are really changing in a good way here. I have some good news that I can't talk about, but that's better than having bad news that I'm afraid to talk about. let's talk about music. What's going on out there? If you're on the show today, are you a musician or are you a civilian? People want to know. Let's see. It's pretty hard to top the marauding monkeys. That seems. My friend Jay is still here. Jay, do they still have the roaming monkeys of Weeki Wachee in Florida that like get loose and they're all AIDS infected and gnarly? That's one of the joys of living in Florida is the invasive species, and it's really funny. Back around the turn of the century, Silver Springs was the place where some of the early Tarzan movies were filmed and things along that nature. And some wizard decided for the movie that they would bring a bunch of, I think they're macaque or rhesus monkeys, both of which can be used in lab type experiments, which are horrendous. I hate that shit. But he put them all out on an island. Well, the guy should have taken a biology class to realize that most species of monkey can swim. The majority of the large primates, they'll do pretty good. In fact, they'd swim better than some people I see here at the beach, which I'll be down tomorrow, laying in this hot sun and enjoying some beautiful weather. Today it is gorgeous. If you're in the New York area and you're planning on coming here for the weekend, get ready, man. This is like what Wikipedia weather is for the beach. I have friends coming over to my house. If you watch my show and you're one of my local fans, guests, friends, some of my friends, my most beloved friends, are out of town for the holiday this year. But I am having a barbecue at my house. If you're doing nothing and you're alone and you'd like to come hang out, just hit me up. Drop me a text, send me a message, and come on over for dinner. Just come on by and we'll break bread. We'll have a good time. We can walk down to the beach and jump in the water if you're inclined. And Toby, I hope you're having a great day out there on the left coast. It's I know your weather's got to be good. I haven't checked the LA weather yet, but let's see. Take a look at the weather. All right, it's 70 degrees right now in Highlands, and it's 76 in New York City, which is 5 miles. Hell yeah, James. And for you guys, people, I got to tell you something. Jay Crocker has been my friend since we first met. He was one of the first people I ever met in Florida at Plant City High School. And I don't know why, but we became fast friends. I think it's something to do with our love for music, weed, and hot chicks. It's probably the qualifying. So, they're going to be at Tony and Joe's Beach Bar in New Smyrna Beach, 5 to 8. And they're called Wake the Baby. Well, you know, Jay, that when I'm around, the baby's always awake. Because I got a big mouth, and being a drummer, you know, I'm always banging on shit. So, I'm not a child. I'm not... At any rate, everybody, my Florida friends, if you're over on the east coast of Florida, New Smyrna Beach is a great little town. I'm not sure, but I may have seen this club with Jay in the past. We over the years, I used to drive by his place when he was single and just out of law school. He was working in New Smyrna, and I would go by and we'd get together and get blind drunk and talk guitars, politics until we'd throw up or kill each other. But his band, Joe's Beach Bar tonight, 5 to 8. The band's called Wake the Baby. Jay, tell me a little something here about it. And it's for your other 9 people there lurking in the shadows. Say hello. So we'd love to meet new friends. As it is, I'm really excited because finally we're getting some watchers on X. For all of you guys in bands and stuff, I know we do all kinds of things to get our shows noticed. I am very, very against censorship. Whether it's Democrats censoring Republicans, Republicans censoring Democrats. I don't like people censoring what people have to say. I think that good common communication is the only thing that will ever save our country from itself. It's a bummer, but people are so partisan. And they're so busy screaming at each other that it's really hard to talk to people without getting mad. The only reason Jay and I can talk about it is we've gotten pissed over the times in our life, but we've always been friends, and I don't know what to say. It transcends politics. So tonight, go out and check my friends at Jay Crocker. That's it, Tony and Joe's Beach Bar in New Smyrna Beach, 5 to 8. And what a great gig, James. That's fucking bankers hours, man. I was talking about ISSA, and I'm going to share something with you guys. It was really nice. A couple of months ago, not even a month ago, about 2 weeks ago, if that. Yeah, it had to be 2 weeks ago. My good friend Sam Rourke called me up out of the blue. It was a Thursday afternoon. I was doing some reading, had gotten dinner started, and was just kind of relaxing for the day. And I got a call, and it was from Sammy. Sam Rourke is one of the most talented people I know. She is in her 4th year of college and will be matriculating to go to law school. She's kept a 4.0 grade average the whole time. And I look at her like a little sister. Sam Rourke, for her young life, has lived an incredibly amazing life. She's just got whatever the X factor is that people have. And I'm not saying this because she's not paying me to say it. It has nothing to do. My friendship with many of you who've been on the show, especially ISSA members, so many of you become friends of mine that it's hard to really pick the best of you, because I don't like putting my friends, I don't look at life as a competition. As far as, I like music. I don't think the best music's made by watching Star Search and all this other shit. I just can't stand it. That's not what music's about. Music's about writing songs, 5 girls and guys getting together in a small garage and learning things. But that's just me, and I'm an old guy. So I'm going to play you a little tune here that I think is going to just scorch your ass. Let's give it up for Whiskey. This is one of my favorite songs by Sam's. And I've been sober now for 5 years and 7 days. And Whiskey, she wrote back when I was going through alcoholism. I was just doing the Warren Zevon diet. It was okay. I don't suggest it, but if you need to know how to do it, I can make some great suggestions. So here we have Whiskey, music by Sam Rourke. Check this out, people. You're going to love this.
If ice cubes could talk, this bottle persuade. They tell you all the things I was too scared to say. Maybe you'd love me, maybe you'd walk away. I wish I knew you'd screw my heart this way. You're finer than bourbon, make me sway like fine wine. And Kentucky back roads make me lose my mind. The curves in their edges remind me of you. When I sip on whiskey, I think of you. Couldn't make you leave her. You promised me someday, but I got tired of her calling you away. Go on to her arms, that's where you'll stay. And I'll find myself with a whiskey heartache. Finer than bourbon, make me sway like fine wine. And Kentucky back roads make me lose my mind. The curves in their edges remind me of you. When I sip on whiskey, I think of you. I watched this sunrise through some melting ice cubes, trying to block out my thoughts of you. My heart can't stop, you still make me swoon. And I wish I knew that you'd walk away. I wish I knew you'd break my heart this way. Finer than bourbon, you made me sway like fine wine.
melting flake of snow. This year, I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here.
Hey there, it's Kevin Sorbo here, and you lucky people, you are live. You're live with Neve or Neve or Neve. I don't know. I can't say the dude's name. Anyway, you're on live with him, so I don't know. I guess that's a pretty good thing.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon. Good. There I am. So we're back. How about Sam Rourke there, people? Was that it? That just superlative country rock and roll? I mean, what can I tell you? I'm going to play another one of her tunes. I just think one of my favorite people who works very hard, incredibly driven, and she's also done amazing. She's going to law school in Tennessee starting next year. She made the Dean's List 4 years in a row. And she's I feel like it's like one of my kids or something, you know. I mean that because I've been helping and believed in her since I first saw her on the show. And the first time I heard her, her voice stopped me. For those of you who don't know, I probably listen to 40 to 50 new bands at minimum a day. I listen to stuff all day long when I'm trying to find new guests. And she's been a guest for a long time, and I'm glad to be her friend. And I'm so happy to see her success because I love everybody's success. If you know, I can't do it; it's not me. And if I can do anything to help some of my friends in the music business, I love doing it. It makes me feel great. I hope it makes them feel good. And I'm going to give you the quick pitch. If you're a band, if you're an ISSA band, you got the show, the awards coming up. I do the most amazingly cheap advertising you can possibly buy anywhere. And I'll find a way to make you happy and make it work for both of us. Remember, I got to eat, you got to eat. And we help each other. It's a hand that goes back and forth. We help each other. So keep in mind, if you have a band, if you have a club, if you have an event page, I'd love to advertise it. And I give incredibly good rates, and they always play. I give you my word. I like the company so much, I started it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to close up this show today a little early because it is just me and it's a slow news day and it's the Memorial Day weekend. I'll be back on at 4 with Mandy. We'll be talking and laughing about a few things. But I'm going to go ahead and bring up another song that I just love, and I think you will too.
Come on now.
Come on now. Get down, people.
Get on, girl, shut
Turn it up,
down.
people.
Shake those hips down to the ground. Grab a PBR. Let's get loud. Come on, clank, clank. Take another drink. Roll one, choke one, grab one, choke one. Come on, clank, clank. Take another drink. Well, I like my meal like I like my whiskey. Tall and strong and awfully frisky. Jack on one side, Jim on the other. Say you want thing and then to another.
right, everybody. That was Clank Clank by my good friend Sam Rourke. William Long, speaking of good friends, a friend of mine from way, way back in the day just popped in the room. Zinkaloy is here. Ask away, William. What can I answer any of life's problems for you? Give you some Neely advice or zinc advice. I hope you're good down there. It looks hot as hell this morning. It's like 85 there, and I'm sitting here chilling in a beautiful 70 degrees looking at the ocean. It is a gorgeous New York day. So listen, everybody, we're going to have kind of an early show today, and I will be back with Mandy at 4 p.m., and we're going to have a good show. And thanks for watching, everybody, especially all of you, my new people who are on X. I want to thank you a lot. I think we're going to have a lot more friends to meet on X than we would normally allow. And I have to say the fact that Elon Musk does not send me takedown notices on songs I own every fucking week. I said that right. The show's been on for 5 years. There's like 500 shows, 540, I don't know how many. There's a shit pile of them. And every one that's on Facebook, I do 2 shows a day on Fridays. I used to do every other day, every day, some days, no days, but now it's settled into on Friday, every Friday, mark your calendar, 10 a.m. or 4 p.m. Our 4 p.m. shows, if you're a musician, is so that people on the West Coast can be on the show at 1 o'clock, which is 4 o'clock Eastern, and that way I can let some of our friends in California sleep in a little bit. And it's funny, I have some friends occasionally, like I've called Gina Adams, or one of the other people who really helped me out with the show by introducing me and turning me on to people in the music scene there. And I have to just laugh because sometimes the things they pop up with and bring out and people they introduce me to often end up being family. So if you're watching the show, thanks for being part of the Live with Neve family. I'm going to just say it again. We thrive on donations, and we have not been thriving. I can tell you that. So if you like the show and you want it to stay here, I've had viewers who've given very generously, and thank you. And it doesn't have to be the people with the big donation if they make one. Every little bit helps. And we're here. I think we try to do something that's just to keep you all entertained, bottom line. Some good music, some rock and roll. We talk a little shit. We make fun of things that deserve to be made fun of. And honestly, sometimes I'm just a dick and I'll make fun of something that I don't really like because I don't like it. I do try to be objective about it. And at times, bottom line is that my thoughts are all my own. So if you like them, great. If you don't like them, complaint department's up on the north side of Manhattan. Up by the UN is where our complaint specialist, Susan Fine, and one of my long-term favorite guests. Susan's been with the show for 5 years, and when we get complaint calls, rather than me getting all upset and worked up, I just hand them to Susan. And I don't have a clip to run, so I'm going to just leave you with, I don't know what I'm going to leave you with. I'm just going to leave you with Leland Sklar, and I'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.